friends. Welcome back to BibleBox. I'm Miss Alexis. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. It's great to be with you again. This semester, we're going to be talking about Jesus and exploring some of the wondrous things he did over the course of his life. For today's reading, we're going to be using the Spark Story Bible. If you'd like to get your own copy of the Bible to follow along, just click the link in the description box below. Let's get started. Jesus' baptism. While Jesus was living in Galilee, his cousin, John the Baptist, was preaching out in the country of Judea. People loved John and came to see and hear him whenever they could. Sometimes crowds of people came to see John by the Jordan River. When the crowds came, John would tell them, "Change what needs changing in your life. God's kingdom is here." The people would promise to change their lives, and then John would baptize them to show that they were a new person in God's eyes. "I baptize you on the outside with plain old water from the Jordan River. But this is nothing compared to what and who is coming," John would exclaim. "The one who is coming will baptize you with God's own Spirit. With God's Spirit, you will be changed from the inside out." While John was saying this, Jesus appeared. He asked John to baptize him. But John wasn't so sure. "What? Me baptize you? I think it should be the other way around," John said. But Jesus insisted. "Do it, John. God does amazing things in baptism." So John did what Jesus asked and baptized him. All the way under the water in the Jordan River, Jesus went. When he splashed up out of the river, Jesus saw the skies open up, and he saw God's Spirit. It looked like a dove gracefully floating down to land on him. There was a voice, too. The voice said, "This is my Son. He has been chosen and marked by my love. He is the great joy of my life." It's great to know that Jesus goes through baptism just like we do as Christians. In today's craft, we're going to be exploring a little bit more about Jesus' baptism. Let's head on over to the craft table and get started. Welcome back to the craft table, friends. Before we get started, make sure that your table has something protective on it and that you are wearing protective gear too, like me in this apron. You could also wear clothes that you don't mind if they get a little dirty. Today, we're going to be working with glue, so if you need to take a break every now and again to wash your hands, that's just fine. Press the pause button and I'll be here when you get back. Let's get crafting. Welcome to the craft for February 14th. Inside your envelope, you'll find the following supplies: a stick of glue, a gray marker, some strips of yellow construction paper, one googly eye, an orange triangle, a red foam heart, 2 sheets of cardstock paper, and a big blue sheet of paper. You'll also find a Save for Later card. Remember, friends, when you see a Save for Later card, make sure you save this material into the folder for this date. We'll use it again in another craft later. with our craft today, we're going to be drawing an outline around our hands using the marker. Now, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and take out our pieces of white cardstock. Placing your hand down on the cardstock, this way, not this way, this way, draw an outline of your hand. Now, my hand's a little bigger than yours, so you should be able to fit your hand on this piece of paper without it hanging off the edge like mine. When you find your hand in a good position, go ahead and take your marker and outline around the outside of your hand. And like I said, my hand's pretty big, so I'm gonna just kind of fake the bottom a little bit. You should be able to fit your full hand on it. We're going to do the same thing to this piece of paper. We're not going to include our thumb this time. You need to go grab a set. To do this next step, we're going to need to grab a pair of craft scissors. You should have a pair that was included in the Bible box from last time. You might also have a different pair lying at home. Any old pair of scissors will do. Now that you have your scissors, cut out around your hand shape. Take your time and follow the line. When you get to the curve, sometimes that's harder to do, so feel free to do it in little steps. To get around the corner. Inside can sometimes be tricky, so I like to go from the outside in on both sides. Then, when you only have a little bit of paper left, pull gently and the piece will come right off. It's a lot easier than trying to go around the inside. If you're really brave, you can try to curve the cut. To do that, as you put pressure on the blade, curve the paper around by rotating your hand. Again, start from the outside and go in to get that little corner. One down. One to go. Go slow and take your time. You'll notice that I'm gently pressing down on the pair of scissors as I go, and I'm watching for where the pair of scissors comes together. That's where it's cutting the paper, not necessarily at the tip, but where the scissors come together. You'll also notice that I hardly ever close the scissors all the way to the tip. That makes a very sharp edge, and when you're doing a complex pattern like this, sometimes it's easy to go almost closed, but leave it open just a little bit and then reposition your scissors in a new angle. See? A little bit's left open. This would be all the way closed. How's your hand coming? If you're having a hard time with the cut, you can also feel free to ask an adult for help. I'm sure they'd be happy to assist you when cutting out your hand. And there we go. Both of our hand pieces have now been cut out, so it's time to move on to applying them to our blue sheet of paper. Using your craft glue, apply a little bit on the side that you can still see some of the marker to. We'll end up flipping this over so we have a nice clean side. Start with the one that doesn't have your thumb, just the 4 fingers. Your craft glue might be purple, mine's clear. If your craft glue is purple, don't worry, it will dry completely clear. Gently rub your craft glue onto your sheet of paper. You don't have to press really hard. This will easily come off with a little bit of friction. Woo! Sticky! Flip your paper over to the nice clean side and apply, pressing down and pressing out as you go. There's an edge that's sticking up, you can add a little bit more craft glue right underneath and then press down. Much better. Now we've got our next piece to do. Just like before, apply the craft glue onto your side that has those markings. If you start to hear a scratching sound, it means that you're getting to the end of the glue. Just twist the bottom to bring more glue up to the top. Now I'm going to apply this next piece so that the fingers go in between the ones I've already laid down. It should look something like this. Again, if you have a side that's sticking up a little bit, add a little bit of glue underneath where it lays and then press down. It should adhere nicely. Can you guess what we're making yet? That's right, it's the dove that came down and blessed Jesus after he was baptized. Let's go ahead and add the little beak to our dove. I think I will add my googly eye next. Now some of you might have a googly eye that has a special backing to help it stick to the page. You can see if it has the special backing by whether or not it's shiny. If you have a shiny back, then you should just use your craft glue to apply a little bit and stick it to the page. Ta-da! This dove is descending from heaven, so I'm going to use my yellow strips to kind of make heavenly rays coming out from the outside of my dove. Because my strips are two different sizes, one short and one long, I'm going to lay them out first to make sure I like where they go. Then I'll put the glue on them and stick them on my page. There, I think that'll look nice. Lift up the edge and apply glue where your piece is going to lay. Then press firmly to adhere. Do this all the way around the outside of your dove. Oh, I hear the scratching sound. That means it's time to twist. There we go. The last thing to put on is my little heart. Now you can put your little heart wherever you would like. It's totally up to you. I'm going to put my little heart right on his beak as if he's carrying it down with him. Ta-da! There we have it, our dove descending from heaven. After Jesus was baptized, the heavens opened up, and a dove descended out of the heavens. A voice was heard saying, "This is my Son, with whom I am well pleased." We hope you enjoyed today's craft, friends. Bye! Nice job on your craft, friends. I hope you use it to retell the story of Jesus' baptism whenever you want. You know, baptism is a central part of the Christian faith, and a lot of denominations engage in it, whether that's when you're a baby with just a little bit of water sprinkled on your head, or when you're an adult, a full immersion baptism all the way up to your head in an actual river. There's an American folk tune called "Down in the River to Pray" that's often used for these kinds of events. Let's listen to it together. See if you can catch some of the words and melody and maybe even sing along.
As I go down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down in the river to pray. So I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, come on down. Come on, brothers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, fathers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, fathers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, mothers, let's go down, do you wanna go down? Come on, mothers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sinners, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sinners, let's go down in the river to pray. Oh, sinners, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sinners, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way.
Thank you so much for joining us today for BibleBox, friends. Before we go, let's say a quick prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, sometimes the weight of the world and of our own mistakes makes us feel heavy and dirty, like we can't live up to your expectation. Help to remind us that when we are baptized, we are made new, washed clean of our old ways, and set on a path to become more like you. In our daily lives, in our comings and goings, help us always to remember that your water of life allows us to become renewed. Amen. All right, friends, we'll see you next week for another episode of BibleBox. Until then, bye!